So what I want you to do is to blacken out your windows, put on your favorite Black Death or Gothic metal record, and embrace yourself with the power of darkness, because this is black magic. Yeah, this is Dom, back from MagicGatheringStrat, and today we're gonna do some black magic with the help of this guy, the Grey Merchant of Asphodel. But first things first, I'm gonna go through the deck really quickly. So basically your average mono black control list, all the usual stars like Chittering Rats, Ravenous Rats, Corrupts, Tendrils, Fume Spitters, all that kind of stuff. Some new additions. I added 4 Grey Merchants of Asphodel, shaving off 2 Corrupts, because that guy is basically insane. I added 2 copies of Oubliette. Some guy recently played this thing against me in the mirror match, and I was quite impressed actually. This oh man, this thing again. Whenever I enlarge my cards, it for some reason throws them right back to my deck carpool, but never mind. Just gonna do it like this. Just bear with me. There we are. Okay. So Oubliette is very wordy, but basically what it does is it's a faceless butcher without the butcher part, which makes it pretty much makes it a fair amount harder to interact with, because most decks will have something to kill off your faceless butcher where they would not necessarily have something to kill off your Oubliette. And it's also basically it's a double black card that counts for your devotion to black. This is like the main trick of it. I put in 3 copies of Read the Bones and left 2 Silent Blots in there. I'm not sure about this, the distribution of Signs and Read the Bones, but basically I like Read the Bones a little bit more because it lets you dig, and yeah, I'm not sure, this could easily change. I have 1 Geth's Verdict in there just to be not completely cold against like the Kiln Fiend decks. 3 Quombi Witches. I had a 4th one in there for a very long time. I like the card a lot right now, but it's just that against some decks it doesn't really work. But it's a very strong card. I still have the 4th copy in the sideboard. Fume Spit to Ravenous Rats, and it's pretty self-explanatory. And 1 Grim Harvest just to grind people out. Now for the sideboard we have the 4th Tendrils, the 4th Quombi Witch for the aggro matchups, the Geth's Verdicts in case we play against something like Hexproof or Kiln Fiend decks, another Grim Harvest to grind people out, 2 Shrivels just against all sorts of decks that are soft against Shrivels. There are a lot of them. 2 Distress, 3 Duress for the control matchups, and 2 Nile Spellbombs against other graveyard decks, and they also come in handy against all sorts of decks basically. I bought it in against White Weenie, where they kept the Undying or the Loyal Katha, whatever, the guy that comes back from the graveyard. They kept them in there in the graveyard. I bought them in the mirror when they played Undying Evil. Yeah, it's basically a catch-all card, and I like to be not completely soft against Tortured Existence decks, because to be fair, I wanted to do a Tortured Existence video first. The deck is really sweet right now. It got this new, I guess it's called Commune with the Gods or something, that lets you look at the top 5 and pick an enchantment or creature. I think this card is really nice. But never mind, let's just, yeah, let's actually go for Qs, if at all possible. Is there someone in the Pauper Q? No. Okay, just playtest then. Just tournament practice then, against Mr. Starstorm. Right, why not? I have it saved on the Black Magic, I think. I hope so, at least. This might be embarrassing. If this is my mono black Tortured Existence deck, this is horrible. This is gonna be embarrassing. Hi there, Starstorm. GLHF. No, it's the latest version. So this hand against some decks, this is gonna be really good if Fume Spit is strong enough. I think it's a keep. It doesn't have much in regards to card advantage, but we can always draw into that, right? No, I'm not gonna mulligan. I'm just hoping that it's a deck that Fume Spit is actually good against. So fumes bit to go and see what we're battling. A deck with Terramorphic Expanse in it. Alright. Oh, more Rav Rats. Rav Rats is always nice. Cast a bunch of rats and hit them with a spitter. Spit on you! Pooh! Yeah, right. Oh, and Splashing Black was watching us. No, Splashing Black. Please watch me playing. This will increase my win percentage or something. So is this blue-black trinket? Blue-black trinket would be very bad news because we just drawn another fume spitter and they're basically terrible against them as far as I'm concerned. I don't know, I haven't played against much of blue-black trinket lately, but it certainly looks like it with Doomblade and all that stuff. Blue-black trinket is probably a pretty bad matchup pre-board, maybe even post-board, and we refuse to draw lands. Okay. Not the most stunning of starts in a way. So let's cast some more fume spitters. I don't think they're running crypt rats, or do they? Here is where keeping up on the Pauper metagame would be helpful, which we didn't in the past. Was too busy drafting. Oh, chittering rats. Oh, chittering rats. You are killing me. Should we just double fume spitter this and attack him? Or should we just attack with the rats? Or just attack with everything? I think I'm just gonna smash with everything. I mean, we don't have much in terms of business going on, so we might just as well smack him. It's probably gonna block a fume spitter. Okay. So now we're definitely just gonna snatch that guy off. I'll make it a little bit smaller. Do they run like Undying Evils and stuff? They might. Huh. So is there value in just killing off his chittering rats right now? The other question is there value in waiting? I think the value that we have for waiting is if we draw Quombo, which is terrible right now anyway. So let's just snatch that guy off and not risk getting blown out by a Undying Evil. And yeah, we're still on 2 lands against his now 5, I assume. Yeah, this doesn't look good. Now Muldrifter's going to come down and basically make our life miserable. We're not a chittering rats, which achieves the same goal, making ourselves feel miserable about our lives. I think now I'm actually just going to wait. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna wait. It makes Grey Merchant better. Not that we have any business in this game whatsoever, but that's how it is. You draw your lands, keep a bunch of fume spitters, draw a bunch of more fume spitters against the deck, which they are basically terrible against. This is what happens. So Trinkemage would be my assumption, or a Muldrifter. Yep, big old daddy drifts. Yeah, not really the best showing for black Magick here. Black Magick, not the way to go. At least not in this match. I should probably stop using my hotkeys because they make a lot of noise. Or at least if I hammer on them like I do right now. I digress. And I'm gonna die pretty quickly. Oh, chaining Muldrifters. The old chaining Muldrifters trick. Yep. Yeah, I guess at this point there's not really anything in there for us. Too bad. Yeah, I think at this point we might just scoop, but let's see what tricks he has in his deck. We might find something out about his configuration. So he smacks us. Let's see, that's 4, 8, 12. And if I shrink it, it's 4 attacks, and if I shrink it, it's 3, 6, 9, 12. It's 5 attacks. So shrinking this guy, this mole drifter over there, actually makes sense because it gives us more turns. Yeah, that's just what we're going to do. And hope to draw land, land, land. Him not having anything, which Ghost Flicker certainly doesn't qualify. Okay, I've seen enough. I have seen enough. Yeah, this is not the best of showings. So I think we want to rest this, right? He's against Trinket. Do you want to rest this? I don't know. I haven't played the matchup. As if I would know about Pauper. So I'm gonna cut the verdict, I think. Fumes Bitters seem terrible. Quombi, which doesn't seem that great either, but at least somewhat useful. Fumes Bitters just seem terrible. Just gonna cut all of them. And what else? Maybe one Quombi Witch. Maybe put in Tendrils. Cut all the Quombi Witches. Put in like a Nile Spell Bomb. You must have some graveyard interactions, right? Huh. Not sure about this. Really not sure about this. But we're gonna give it a shot. Probably cutting another Tendrils for another Nile Spell Bomb. I mean, what kind of creatures does he play? He plays Trinket Mages, Mole Drifters and Rats. So any creature basically generates value. So we don't want to use removal on that. And Combo Witches doesn't kill anything. Yeah, right, it just seems okay. It makes our Grey Merchants a fair amount weaker, but never mind. Yeah, this looks good. This looks legitimate. Do they run counter Magic? I don't even know. I know Dan likes to play this deck. Please, Dan, please tell me what these decks are all about, because I have no idea. I should maybe watch one of your videos. Are we gonna use that right away? Probably not. Probably just gonna pass. I want to get value out of this now Spell Bomb. I'm not sure if there is anything we can. If there's any graveyard interaction in his deck. There might just not be anything, and we might just be tripping, I don't know. All I know is that I want to run out this Rex and Rager. Oh, they do run Mnemonic Wall and Flicker, so that might be good for something. Yeah, I would assume they run Mnemonic Wall and Flicker. So this Nile Spell Bomb is at least doing a little bit of work. So let's just attack him with Mr. Rages. Good old Rager. Play Swamp, play another Rager. By the way, I don't know if running just straight 24 Swamps is the way to go. There is definitely an argument for running Bojuka Box or the Cycling Land, but I just don't know. I want my Tendrils and Corrupts to do maximum damage, and I will never do such a hideous thing as cycling a land, because you want mana, right? Without mana, what are you really doing? So this doesn't look too bad for us, but he might always start to remove our stuff, like this. Agony Warp, too bad. So let's just run out a Chittering Rats, return the favor, start ratsing him. So he's on 5 cards, 6 cards now. So we're definitely ahead. Question is for how long. He's gonna evoke a Mole Drifter. Is he gonna Undying Evil it, so that you can use our sweet Nile Spell Bomb? He's not. Okay, he's just drawing 2 cards, just casting Divination with upside. Dead weight. Alright. Dead weight is acceptable. Now I think we run out the chicken rats first. I don't really know how this works. He's gonna put a card on top, or probably just a random card on top. But now he has less cards in his hand. So, not quite sure. Oh, deep analysis. So we just basically gave him free value. That's lovely. Oh no, we can use the Nile Spellbomb. Maybe we want to do that right now. Let's actually think about that. If he pays 3 life, he's on 13. So he goes down to 8. But no, Corrupt is not actually lethal. Yeah, I think there's a pretty good reason to... Him discarding the Deep Analysis is a pretty good reason to do that right now. And we even drew the Grey Merchant. The Grey Merchant! The Master of Black Magic! Coming for you! Esper Panorama? I haven't seen that one in a while. It's just some white... Oh dear! Well, the Black Magic has just started. This is just the beginning. So smack him good. If he blocks Ravenous Rats, he's just gonna die to the next Grey Merchant. He's probably gonna die anyways, right? 2, 4, no, it's just 6. He's gonna die to a Corrupt. That's what's gonna happen. He doesn't have anything good. This does not qualify. So let's get this Corrupt out of discard range. And a Chittering Rats. Okay. So that was pretty bad because now we can't throw the Corrupt. And we can attack him for 1 or for 2. But if we cast the Grey Merchant right now, he goes to 1, then he can't survive. Right, math is hard sometimes. But we won. Hooray! Goes down to 1. Now we smack him. Boom! The Grey Merchant reigns supreme over all the souls of the innocent. So we're definitely gonna keep the Nile spell bombs. And I think there's nothing in my sideboard that I would like over anything I have right here. Maybe the tendrils are still bad, but at least they kill anything, unlike that rubbish over there. So let's see how this turns out. What is this? What is this background picture? It's like elephant. Oh, it's probably Mirage themed, because it's like an idealized African something. It's like trees and elephants and shit. I digress once again. Okay, this hand is pretty sweet, I think. We have one of our sweet little sideboard cards. This picture's awesome. The little guy staying on the, like, tearing on the eye of the other guy. This is great. I never realized that. Kudos to Michael C. Hayes. Michael C. Hayes, you're a genius. So let's get a pen and paper ready, because we're going to distress our opponent in a second. Oh, it reveals his hand. Maybe it even stays revealed, but I never know about that stuff. We're probably just going to use Ravenous Rats right now, because of the beatdowns. Always think about the beatdowns. So Esper Panorama for a swamp. I don't know why he's running these. Maybe just as additional thermobling expanses or something. What do we not want? I think it's the Corrupt. To be honest, I think it's Corrupt. I mean, these stack quite nicely, and we do want to distress at some point. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just throw away the corrupt. And then probably just gonna start. No, let's attack first. It's probably gonna trade them. No, okay. I'm okay with not trading. So we're gonna read the bones. I don't think we want Oubliette right now. And I think we do want Grim Harvest. Huh, who knows? Yeah, I think we do want Grim Harvest. Grim Harvest seems sweet. So he's going to smack us, right? Yeah, right. Gonna take one damage to our face. And a Seagate Oracle. That means our Ravenous Rat has to stay back on blocking duty, which it is going to do. And we can cast a Distress. Distress him. Take any Mole Drifter we see. There's no Mole Drifter, but Grey Merchants. You are a copycat. You, sir, are a copycat. And you're a real Grey Merchant deck. So now we can. I don't think the Agony Warp is worth picking. I think the Grey Merchant is not really worth picking. Deep Analysis takes 2 cards from him, but I think I'm just gonna go for the counter spell, and then just start casting Grey Merchants. Yeah, I think this is correct. I don't know. Oh wait, Agony Warp is going to meddle my Grim Harvest plans, right? If I Grim Harvest and then he Agony Warps me, maybe I just have to. I'm probably just have to keep that one in mind. So, Grey Merchant, Deep Anal, and Warp. So we're gonna take the counter spell and pass the turn. And he can't Agony Warp. He can't Agony Warp my Grey Merchants. So now if I block with Ravenous Rats and then Grim Harvest is back, the next time play a Grey Merchant. Now that doesn't make any sense, because blocking with the Ravenous Rats prevents me from taking 1 damage, and keeping the rats on the board actually makes Grey Merchant deal 1 more damage. So what did he draw? A land? No. He just keeps mana up for Agony Warp or something. So let's hit him first. Let's first hit him in the face. Is he gonna warp it? No? Oh, he drew a Ghostly Flicker. How rude. How rude of you, sir. We could discard a Grim Harvest right now, but that just seems loose. You have so many swamps. So he's gonna get to eat our Ravenous Rats for free. We could have used the Grim Harvest and re-bolt it immediately, but I want to start casting Grey Merchants here, I think. So yeah, Grey Merchant number 1. Boom. And now we are safe from from being attacked, at least for now. Oh no, we're not, of course, because he has Agony Warp. But I think I'm just going to let him cast the Agony Warp. Block the rats, so he has to do it. Yeah, just gonna let him cast the Agony Warp. Scratch that on our list, because that means that our Grim Harvest is gonna take over the game eventually. So he still has Deep Analysis and Grey Merchant in his hand, and we draw Corrupt. That's something. So let's just cast another Grey Merchant, and then eventually we're gonna start Grim Harvesting. I think this is gonna be our way of winning this game, via the old Grim Harvest, which is far from safe against him, I admit. So you're just gonna slam the Merchant? No? It's gonna leave mana up. For what? For what? Okay, so we're gonna start casting this Phyrexian Rager. I think this is better than just starting to Grim Harvest right now. Oh, another Grey Merchant. Jeez. Jesus! So, I think we're just gonna throw Grey Merchants. Just gonna continue throwing Grey Merchants at him. Did you draw another Ghost Flicker, maybe? Looks like it. No? Oh, Mystical Teachings. Dear me. For what? Counterspell? Alright. Gonna add that to our list of known cards. Counterspell. Fortunately, Counterspell doesn't do all that much against Grim Harvest. So it's casting Deep Analysis. Keeps Counterspell up. We could use the Grim Harvest right now to buy back a Ravrat, and then cast the Ravrat instead of the Grim Harvest up. That means he doesn't. But if he has 2 removal spells, that doesn't really do anything, right? Okay. You might realize here that I don't have a big expertise in playing mono black control, so I'm not really all that familiar already how this Grim Harvest thing works out, but I'm gonna do my best. We're gonna cast the Ravrats, let him discard something. This something is a Mole Drifter? Wow. Wowee. Okay. I think we're gonna cast the rest right now, because it's gonna eat a Counterspell on pretty much every time. Yeah. So Counterspell is dealt with successfully. And now that he's tapped out, I think I'm gonna just slam with the Rager and offer to trade for the Ravrats, so we can take back our Grim Harvest. Yeah. Yeah, that seems fine. So 1 and 1. Pay 3. Get back the old Grim Harvest. And pass the turn. I think riding them out here is the way to go. Just never risk a Grim Harvest. And we do have time. I mean, his deck is not really fast or anything. So he still has this Grey Merchant. Something to keep in mind. Grey Merchant and 4 unknown cards, so at this point it would be nice to get another fresh look at his hand. He probably has some counter spells, but no way of us to figure out. Now we can cast Grim Harvest. Get back something. Well, this just seems too risky. I think I'm just gonna be patient. Start casting Ravrats. And it's probably not gonna work. Exclude. Alright. Exclude is annoying. And then we just pass. I don't want to risk my Grim Harvest. Because with the Ravenous Rat out, there's a big chance that he can just... he even has the Mystical Teachings, right? Yeah, he can just search for a removal spell and kill off our Grim Harvest. So it's pretty much a mana fight here. Any swamp is gold here. Yeah! Go swamp! So now we can get back a Ravrat and cast a Ravrat and have Grim Harvest mana up. So that's what we're going to do. Grim Harvest, Ravenous Rats. He is going to respond by casting Mystical Teachings. Casting it, not flashing it back. For Soul's Manipulation. That's an interesting card. I've seen it sometime before. He takes back Moldrift and counters a Ravrat. Okay. So far, so that. We could attack for 2 and rebuy our Grim Harvest right now that he's tapped out, but I think this is not really worth it. So he's getting a lot of value with all his 2-for-1s. I think we're gonna sit here for a while. This game could take a while. At least it's game 3. Moldrifter. Fine. Moldrifter's fine. I think we're not gonna be under too much pressure. Although it is pressuring, it's at least some way of dealing damage to us. We have the Grim Harvest in our graveyard, right? So if we attack, we can rebuy it. Casting Grey Merchant seems pretty loose here, because it's probably just gonna get countered. I think we actually just attack with Ravrat and rebuy our Grim Harvest. Or just deal 1 damage to him. Alright. Fine with that too. And we can use the tendrils on the Moldrifter as soon as he tries to go for that Ghostly Flicker. So he does attack with Moldrifter. So we're just gonna take 2, I think. Yeah. And another Moldrifter. Alright, this changes things. This just changed the clock a big amount. So if we try to kill the Moldrifter right now, he's just gonna flicker it, right? But that means he has less mana available. Yeah, I think we're in a pretty bad spot actually right now, because he has gained a lot of value from casting his Moldrifters. And I think we have to try it, see if he has a Ghostly Flicker. He probably does, to be honest. So he's just as a counter spell. Alright. So that was his 3rd counter spell. Distress is interesting. We can attack with Ravrats once again. Try to rebuy the Grim Harvest, which is not going to work once again. But then we're gonna distress him and make some more notes, if this resolves, of course, which is not guaranteed. Okay, he has Grey Merchant, Edict, Deep Analysis, Swamp, and Drifter. So what is most worrisome for us? It's probably a Moldrifter. Probably just the Moldrifter. I mean, Deep Analysis is going to value in one way or another. A Moldrifter is just, yeah, it's basically one of the strongest things he can do. Yeah, let's just go for the Moldrifter. And he has no counterspell in his hand as of right now. So that means Grey Merchanting him right now is going to make Corrupt lethal. Oh no, we made a huge mistake. Oh no, we made a huge mistake. We're gonna lose the Grim Harvest. Oh yeah, I see it now. We made a terrible, terrible mistake. Because chances are he's gonna leave mana up to Flashback Mystical Teachings for his 4th counterspell. And we just threw away our Grim Harvest, basically. So we made a huge mistake. I apologize for that. So he But let's just carry on. So there's one edict. He casts the deep analysis. Draws 2 cards. Yeah, we made a huge mistake. That was huge. That was a game-ending mistake from my part. We should just have waited. Sack a Grey Merchant. Other edict is gone. So now he has Grey Merchant, Swamp Mole Drifter. Oh, he has a lot of edicts. The question now just is, does he have anything to survive this corrupt? Or we didn't see anything, so his last card must be a counter spell. Otherwise he just dies. So he plays the swamp. So now his hand is no, we took the Mole Drifter, so it's 2 unknown cards, right? Yeah, I think so. So let's hope this works out. And even another corrupt, another Grim Harvest. But let's just see if this works. Boom! Hadouken! Black magical corruption. Good game, he says. GG. Oh yeah, boys, we did it. We did it. We won the game that was unwinnable because of us throwing it away. And we won it because we threw it away. So that's how Magic works out sometimes. Let's just do one more. I always like to do 2 playtest matches because it takes about an hour. Let's actually see how. So we are on 36 minutes. Let's just do one more. It was a fairly long match. But I always like doing 2. 2 seems like the right number for me. So I'm playing as Mr. Lightluck, of course. Light luck. Okay, this hand is pretty much perfect. There's a lot of the things that are very good, like card advantage and rats and spitters. But maybe I'm just spitting. Delver of Secrets. Get out of here. He would have blocked it anyways, by the way. We attack, he just blocks it. That's how it works against Mole Drifters. Against huge spitters. You just block them. So what a blue Delver in the house. Haven't played against this deck either. Haven't played this deck a lot. Period, basically. So he has another Delver. But I know that in this matchup we're gonna sign and blood us and not him. Probably true for most matchups. So this Delver is going to flip next turn. Very, very likely. Because he put a card on top and he has a snap. Okay. Snap is basically the worst against us. But it can still battle with meddle, do something nasty with our plans. So now he either has counterspell or Cloud of Fairies, Spellstutter Sprite. Spellstutter Sprite doesn't counter anything. I think we want to start with Chittering Rats because I want to resolve this Rex and Rager if at all possible. Because us drawing more cards has to be more important. So we're under a fair bit of pressure by this Delver, but nothing that would be undealable. Nothing that we can't deal with. Let's stay with that. 1 foil Delver. You have to go with the full 4-man. So we just cast the Rager pre-combat. See if we draw into a swamp maybe. Yeah. So far so good. Next turn we can either cast Grey Merchant or cast Rager, hopefully draw land and cast Chittering Rats. One thing to be aware of is that Grey Merchant's effect is gonna get shrunk by 2 if he wants it to, or if it doesn't make sense for him. So this is 2 turns, right? So starting from 2 turns from now, we have to start casting Grey Merchants. If we go to 7, that doesn't change the clock at all. But I think we have to start casting these things right now. Or do we? No, no. Living on the edge. Living on the edge. Boom. Tendrils. Tendrils is interesting. Tendrils is very interesting. Days? Okay. So it does run daisies. Some players don't, because they're expensive. And not that great, in my opinion. They're good, but it's not the actual best card. So now, if he has a counterspell, we lose. That's basically the deal, right? Yeah, basically. So we have to cast the Tendrils in order to play around Days. And I think I'd rather just Tendrils to Spire Golem. Yeah, that seems right. Come on, no counterspell. Oh no! Oh, we had the snap. Oh, we're stupid. We're stupid because we could have survived one more turn by Tendrilsing this guy, let him snap it because it's even better. But now we just lose. Yeah, let him snap this thing. Oh, he had the spell stutter, so it wouldn't have mattered. But still that was bad. I apologize. So we definitely want the Kwombai Witch. All of his 1/1s. And do we want the... what do we not want? The Geth's Verdict seems horrible. Grim Harvest seems a little bit too slow. The rest seem fine. Get rid of his stupid counterspells. Grim Harvest just seems very slow. Oubliette seems decent. I don't know if Oubliette or Tendrils is worse. I think it has to be Oubliette. Tendrils gives us back life, which is huge. But it doesn't run daisies. I think I'm just gonna shave one each. Yeah, that seems right. So Mono Blue Delver. This hand is fairly slow. There's no way of interacting with the Delver. I think we might have to mulligan this one. Yeah, I think so. This one we have to mulligan for sure. This one we can keep. So if he doesn't have days, we get to land a turn 2 Kwombai Witch, which is always nice. But him not running out a guy this turn does change that. However, if we can either play around days, or we can play around by not playing it right now and playing the Ravenous Rats and let him daze that if he wants to, or we could play around Cloud of Fairy Spellstutter Sprite, which is going to counter a combo, which I think I'd rather play around that and not put him on daze right now. But he does have something. Yeah, he had the daze. Not sure what we want to play around here. So let's just cast the Ravenous Rats and make him discard something. This doesn't look too good. Mulligan down to 5 and get dazed is pretty horrible. Duress. I think we want to keep that Duress for now. For now. So let's see what he has. He probably cut the snaps, because the snaps are pretty bad against us. We want to keep this Duress to force through a spell later on in the game. Bone Splitter? Alright. Bone Splitter is fine. So now we can force through Kwombai Witch, which I'm fine with. So we duress him. Stop writing down stuff. Oh no, it's not even gonna resolve. Never mind. Do we attack? I think we don't. We should have attacked because he gets to ping the Ravenous Rats anyways. So we might as well have attacked. Spy Golem. Spy Golem. Spy Golem is bad for us. We can cast a Ravrat, which I'm fine with. Now we could try to spell stutter it, but then we get to ping a spell stutter. That means it won't work. Oh, you can discard the cloud. Okay. So now we're under a little bit of pressure, at least. Gosh. Okay. Do we ping the spell starter before Gosh resolves? I don't think so. I don't think there's a big reason for that. So he gets to hit us for 4. Yeah, this could be problematic. So we ping this and then just F6. So we're taking 4, getting 2. This is obviously not a very good rate. Let's just attack with both. So if he has many more counter spells, this match could be problematic, because now he really doesn't have to do anything. The only thing he doesn't have is mana. There's another Spire Golem. Okay. So we can attempt to Tendrils one of them, and then maybe draw something relevant. That sounds like a nice plan. I'm not sure this works out, really, guys. I think we just lose. Oh no, it did work out. Okay. Does this mean he doesn't have a counter spell? Does that mean he doesn't have a counter spell? He could still have days. I think casting Grey Merchant is just ambitious here. He's gonna equip and bash. No? Just bash, okay. Ninjas. Alright. Alright. And then cast Golem and still have 2 mana up. This is very bad. Do we wait on the duress? What's the benefit? If we draw land, we can duress and Grey Merchant. I think I'd rather just duress him right now, so we can cast Grey Merchant even if you don't draw land. Oh, we can fizzle it, right? Can we undo it? Maybe that was bad because now he gets. Yeah, it was most probably bad because now he gets to draw a free card. Yes, double deprive. Jesus. Yeah, that was a misplay. Plus his hand is amazing. Okay, so we're pretty much dead. Yeah, I think we can scoop. Barring us drawing something ridiculous, we can just scoop. Chicken rats is not something ridiculous. Does he just deprive that? Yeah, he does. Okay. So now we have the choice of letting Delver flip. If Delver flips, we just die, right? Okay. And we have to assume that his Delver flips after he casts Preordain. Yeah, this is not how I wanted this game to turn out. He still has to deprive. It's pretty much impossible to beat right now. Yeah, and that is it. Except for when he does not counter this thing, which he is going to. Okay, good game, sir. Good game. No? Okay. We'll probably still just die, right? Yeah, there's no way we can survive. So good game. Okay, that was it. 1-1 last one. Equality all around, but I still like the deck. I think this deck has much going for it. I think Grey Merchant is awesome. I think the deck archetype is pretty solid, and with a little bit more play testing, I could maybe get better at playing it and maybe win some matches that require proper planning and things like that. So thank you very much for watching. This is Dom for MagicGatheringStrat signing off. See you guys next time.